Welcome to Larry King Now. Our special guest is Markiplier, the YouTube personality with over 22 million subscribers and 10 billion views to his name. Markiplier is known for his Let's Play gameplay commentary videos, as well as his animations, sketch comedies, and blogs. And he's been named the #1 influencer in gaming by Forbes magazine and Variety's top 20 celebrities among teenagers. In October of this year, he launched a fashion line called Cloak, and recently he used his online voice to raise $250,000 for Stand Up to Cancer. How did this all start? What's Markiplier? Is that one word?
Yeah, one word. Man, all those things you said, half of those I didn't even know. So I didn't know Forbes said that about me. So that's pretty cool.
But why are you one word Markiplier?
Well, okay, the name is kind of dumb because my brother came up with it, and I'll blame him for it being dumb. Originally, when I was doing YouTube, I wanted to make sketch comedy videos where I play all the characters. My name's Mark. I would multiply myself, multiplier, Mark, Markiplier, and then I started making gaming videos, and it didn't make any sense, so I just stuck with it.
Just leave it. But I can call you Mark.
If you want to.
All right, how did you become what you are?
Honestly, I'd say it was more of an accident than anything. I was in school for biomedical engineering when I started, and I hit kind of this low point in my life where I got laid off from my job. I was working in an engineering co-op. I was in a bad relationship. I had to get my appendix taken out, and then when they took out my appendix, they found a tumor in my adrenal gland. So it was like a series of bad events where I felt like life wasn't in control anymore. It wasn't a cancerous tumor, so I was fine. They just needed to take it out. But I just remember sitting in the hospital bed, just looking up and around, being like, I have done nothing to actually make a difference in my own life.
How old were you?
I was 22 at the time, I think.
What did you do?
I mean, I did a bunch of things. I tried writing. I tried making a comic. My brother, he's a comic book artist. And I tried drawing. I tried committing back to biomedical engineering. I tried video game programming. I just tried everything that I possibly could. And I was failing at things over and over and over again. And when I wanted to do YouTube, I only did it because my brother had told me about Let's Plays on YouTube where people play video games. And I was like, I've been playing video games all my life. People say I have a decent voice. Maybe I could combine the two and try to do something with it, because I tried to make sketch videos. I didn't even know how to hold the camera. So if I actually made these videos, I could practice my voice. Maybe I could be a voice actor. I actually had no idea that it would ever take off in the way that it did. Yeah.
And what took off?
I mean, just the channel itself. I mean, the scales of it are incredible when you really think about it, because now it's 22 million, but that number doesn't even make sense. That's like the population of a huge city. But when I was first starting out and it would hit like 10,000 subscribers, I wasn't making any money then, but just the idea of 10,000 people in the same place watching my videos was mind-boggling. And then when I was still going to school for about a year after I started YouTube, I didn't start making money until about a year later. But once I did, I kind of evaluated my life and I was like, do I try to commit and finish school, or do I commit myself fully to YouTube? And it was like a gamble. It was something my mom was not very happy about. When she found out that I dropped out of college, she was extremely upset with me. But it all worked out because I was able to dedicate my time and grow my channel from something small to something big.
Where do you do this? Out of your house?
Yeah, I started in my mom's basement. Literally in my mom's basement, yeah.
Okay, and how do you make money?
I mean, there's some cases where I can go out and try to get individual deals with certain companies, and you can do a brand deal with them to try to get paid to promote a certain product, but it's majority through advertising.
Do you have fans that write to you?
Oh, all the time. Oh, yeah.
The money comes from YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do they like to work with?
Well, I would love to talk with them more.
They don't talk to you much?
Well, YouTube's kind of an enigma. They're a big company that has a tough time getting the word out from the company to the people who are making the videos. Now, I do have a contact at YouTube. Her name's Megan. She's wonderful. But it's really hard to get that communication going because they send a check, but we as YouTubers don't really have any say of what goes on the platform. We just make videos, and we're not partners or anything in terms of...
But they must be happy with you.
It really depends on who you ask. There's some YouTubers that they're not happy with. There's some YouTubers that they're generally happy with.
Why would they be not? You're making them money.
There are also sometimes YouTubers that damage the reputation of the platform and stuff like that. Yeah, because it's a very free market for people to make
I'm
whatever
trying
they
to
want.
understand it all. Could you take what you do to television?
Probably not. No, I don't think it exists in the same sphere.
Are you surprised at how all this has happened for you?
Oh yeah, every
Sitting
day.
around with appendix and a disease and a hospital and leaving school, and look what's happened to you.
Yeah, I need reality checks all the time. It's very easy to fall into the trap of thinking that everything just happened. And when I look back at my life, and especially because I've got a catalog of videos that go back 6.5 years, I get to look at these chapters in my life of like, I was at this point in my life in my mom's basement. I got my first apartment. I bought my first car. I moved to LA. Like I get to see how my life has evolved through my videos.
Where do you do it now? Out of your house?
Yeah, out of my house.
Are you married?
No, got a girlfriend though.
In the past, you've described yourself as an introvert. You still see yourself that way?
Oh, absolutely.
Shy?
Not necessarily shy. I've built up the ability to talk to anybody, and public speaking's never bothered me, but it's just that kind of thing where I get the energy back when I'm by myself. I'm able to think, and I'm able to just be alone with my thoughts, and that's really where I default to.
How do people communicate with you?
I mean, ideally they don't. I'd rather shut myself off and nobody ever talk to me. But I realized very quickly that being an introvert shuts you down from a lot of opportunities. Pushing myself out of my shell of being an introvert and trying to actually make connections with people is the only way that I've progressed in my life. It's the difference between pre-surgery and post-surgery, where before surgery I was very closed off. I didn't feel like I needed to interact with anybody, and then I realized that I had to put myself out there if I was going to have any success in the world.
So you're driven.
Now I am, yeah.
I'm a novice with all of this. If I wanted to start playing, what's the first thing I should do?
Any game?
I don't even know what, any game. You got sports games?
There are sports games, yeah.
Do you do any?
Not me personally, but there's plenty of people that do. What sport do you like?
Baseball.
Okay, there's plenty of baseball games. You can get any console to do that. You can get games on your phone if you wanted to do that. You basically just play a whole game of baseball against some computers, and you can just play whenever you want.
And with people all over the world who are also playing.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, there's multiplayer if you wanted that.
So I'd probably be good at baseball.
Yeah, it depends. There's a difference between playing baseball by actually swinging a bat and playing baseball by pressing buttons. Yeah.
How long do you see yourself doing this?
As long as I can, I guess.
What's Cloak?
Cloak? Oh, this is my clothing brand.
Let me see your coat.
Yeah.
What do you make? What kind of clothing?
It's okay. It seems like I'm being a total sellout by wearing it, but the objective of it was actually me and a buddy of mine, Sean, and my manager Ben. We were all talking about making clothing that we would want to wear every day, just really comfortable clothing, and so that's what we did at the end of it, and we just wanted a name for it, so we called it Cloak, and we started it because it was actually really hard to find clothes that were kind of everything that we would want whenever
Like
we want.
what?
Like just comfortable, something that I could sit around all day.
T-shirts like that?
T-shirts, sweatshirts, we're trying to get other pieces of clothing too. We got beanies. I mean, we're just starting out, so we're trying to start small.
Where do you sell them?
Online. It's all online. We don't even have a physical store, cloakbrand.com.
How did you decide to do charity?
Well, that was an interesting story because when I first started out and I had like 1,500 subscribers, like at the very beginning of my channel, it was a big number. I went to Comic-Con in San Diego with my brother because he's a comic book artist.
I went there.
And he had a booth, and I had so few subscribers, I never expected anybody to actually say hi to me, but 5 people did. And 5 people came up and said hi to me. And it really shook me to my core because it suddenly made it very apparent that these were real people. These were honestly to real people. And when I went home, I had this realization that I had a bunch of real people watching what I do, and I had a certain responsibility to try to guide them towards something good, or at least what I thought was.
So how did you choose cancer?
I mean, I've chosen a bunch of different campaigns. This last one I've done is only the first of many, many that I've done in the past. We've raised probably over $3.5 million for charity throughout my channel, and we've just done this because I just firmly believe that a group of people, you know, even if we're just watching video games, like any group of people can make a difference in the world.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.